Onaka what's up? It's a culture detective here investigating your favorite animes. And today I'm going to be doing an anime I finished watching about half an hour ago, and that is Oshinoko Season 2. So Oshinoko is an anime based off of manga by Akasaka Aka, who is the same mangaka of Kaguya-sama Love is War. It is also illustrated by Yokoyari Mengo, who is the illustrator of Scum's Wish. This manga is then adapted into an anime by Doga Kobo. Now, a couple years ago, we have Oshinoko Season 1, and this show exploded into stardom because of the absolutely amazing 80-minute long feature-length episode 1 that is just an absolute jaw-dropping, heart-stopping of a double murder mystery. It is just so So, as you can probably tell, Oshinoko became the #1 anime on my anime list until the rest of Season 1 happened. So, I wasn't a big fan of the rest of Season 1. The next 10 episodes to follow up Episode 1 is just okay in my opinion. Here's the thing. Even though Oshinoko started off as a murder mystery, it's actually not just a murder mystery. Oshinoko is also I guess, comedy, drama, slice of life-ish about the entertainment industry. It's about music, it's about idol, it's about making TV shows and stage plays and being an actor and being a producer, being a studio executive, etc., etc., etc. That is completely different from murder mystery. It's two extremely different things. Whenever the anime jumps from murder mystery to that, or that to murder mystery, it's like whiplash. It's like two different TV shows awkwardly smashed together. So I was kind of indifferent towards the rest of Season 1. I thought Season 1 actually ended off kinda underwhelming. It's just not that interesting. So going into Season 2, I really hoped that it would get better, and it did. Now, before going into the story of Season 2, let's talk about the OPs and the EDs first. The OP, I look a little bit like Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men. Jesus Christ. Anyways, the OP, I thought it was mid. I thought the OP was very trite. It's like this cool Japanese Gen Z electro rock, the same kind of electro rock pop music that Creepy Nuts or King Gnu is trying to do. I wouldn't be surprised if King Gnu actually wrote this. Hold on. You know what? Time to do a little bit of research. This is a song called Fatal by Gemin. G-E-M-N. Gemin. Yeah. It's just the same kind of shit I've been hearing in a lot of other animes. However, I really like the ED. If you all know this, Oshinoko EDs are pretty fun. Last season, in Season 1, it became a huge meme because usually the ED would just happen out of nowhere in the middle of a scene. And you would be just slammed into the ending sequence without any anticipation. And that became a huge meme. A lot of Japanese YouTube basically is just full of that meme. And the same thing kind of happens with this ED. The ED just happens out of nowhere. After a plot twist or a revelation or after an epic line is delivered, the EP just happens out of nowhere and you just get a title card of the title of the episode. And the song for the ED is fantastic. It's kind of like this dark and moody rock song, and it's very much in line with the murder mystery element of the show, which I really love. Now, one of the biggest complaints I have for Season 1 is that, you know what, the entertainment industry stuff, while it's not as interesting as the murder mystery, it could still be interesting if Akasaka Sensei focused on these plot points a bit longer. In season 1, we had this reality TV dating show thing, but that lasted for about 3 episodes, and honestly, it felt inconsequential. It started, it ended. I want to know more. I want to know more about the character struggles. I want to know more about how the reality show started and how it ended, and the behind the scenes and all that stuff. That's what the story should be about if you want to hook me. And thank God, Oshinoko Season 2 spent nine episodes on a stage play called Tokyo Blade. In fact, episode 1 literally started off as the play opens, and we're sort of stuck in the audience inside the theater to watch that play, and then sort of like rewinds time, and we go back to the beginning of the play and how the play came to be. And you know what? This is freaking fantastic. I love it. I love that Akasaka Sensei is just focusing on the production of the stage play. Forget about the murder mystery. Forget about Ruby. Who the hell is that? This is Aqua in the stage play. This is his struggles, how it started, how he helped the mangaka and the editors and the screenwriters and the producers, how he helped them get along. And I like that Akasaka Sensei isn't just focusing on Aqua, who is one of the 2 main characters of Oshinoko, but also it's very much about the relationship between mangaka and editors and screenwriters. It's about the entertainment industry. There's a focus on that. There are also a lot of different character struggles. There's this purple hair guy who feels inferior because his acting is not good. There is Kurokawa Akane and Arima Kana, 2 of the best girls of Oshinoko, basically fighting each other over Aqua because they both love Aqua. Love triangles. Yay. Now, 2 great complaints I have for this arc is that it's still too straightforward and still too simple. Like when Aqua finally figured out how to solve the conflict between the mangaka and the screenwriter for the play, suddenly 180-degree change. The mangaka is just this young little girl going, my play is finally being real. This is perfect. Oh, and the producers on the seat watching the play, they're like, wow, this is perfect. Reality's not like that. It's never really perfect. You know, things can turn better, things can improve, but it's never gonna be this simple. And you know, the way these characters, they're on Zoom meetings and they're just perfectly smiling, just sitting there. It's just a little bit too perfect and too clean. The other complaint I have for this arc is that I think people are confusing between bad acting with bad fighting, and I think this is the biggest downfall of this arc, and that is when the purple hair guy was like, oh, I'm bad at acting, and he's fighting this other actor on stage. It's part of the play. They're in character. He's sort of like failing. He fell down, and he's like, why am I so bad at acting? And then other people are like, wow, he's really bad. He's a bad actor. And then suddenly we have a flashback, we have him finding his resolve, and then suddenly he's a good actor, and then he fights back, and everyone's like, whoa! It's like, wait, are we talking about bad acting, or are we talking about bad fighting? And this doesn't make sense, because this is a stage play. It's scripted already. Whether you win or lose this fight, it doesn't matter, because it's scripted. It's part of a story that's already written. I guess the acting in question is like emotional acting, kanji engi, or dogan engi, and there's no emotional acting during the fighting parts, and even during the emotional acting, it's still like, why are you stressed out over the results of the fight and of the play when it's already written? It doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't think they know what bad acting is, or has a clear sense of how to make bad acting a legitimate conflict in a manga/anime that is Oshinoko. Anyways, who cares? Now we have episode 10, which is a transitional episode, which I didn't really care for, but it is a well-deserved transitional episode. One huge complaint I have is that Ruby is completely sidelined. Ruby doesn't exist. The two main characters of the show is Aqua and Ruby. Where's Ruby? We don't know. I guess she's just not that important. But things completely changed in the last 3 episodes. Episodes 11 to 13, where the show basically took a really dark turn, and we sort of go back to the murder mystery plotline. And it suddenly becomes 10 times more interesting. Now we focus on Ruby and her newly formed idol trio, New B Komachi, between her, Kana Arima, and Memcho, whose entire character is literally based off of Ano. But anyways, the ending of episode 11, first of all, sees a scene between Akane and Aqua on a bridge, basically talking about their relationship. And for the most part in Oshinoko, I was like, okay, they're dating, they're boyfriends and girlfriends now, they're lovey-dovey. That shit is boring. But in this scene, they sort of discuss, wait, is our relationship real? Is it for the TV, or is it fake? Or should this relationship be transactional? Am I his girlfriend because I'm useful? Am I only her boyfriend because I'm seeking towards vengeance and there's no love in me? And suddenly this conversation becomes real good drama. My hair is unbearable. Okay, now we have the last 2 episodes where the newly formed idol trio B Komachi basically goes to Miyazaki Prefecture to film a music video, and it just so happens Aqua and his maybe girlfriend Akane tagged along. And Miyazaki Prefecture is a bit of an important location in the story, because this is the place where both Ruby and Aqua were born at, but also because they both died there on episode 1 in their past lives. Now, this leads to one of the biggest reveals of the entire show so far, and that is Dr. Amamiya Goro's dead body is finally revealed, which is a huge, interesting turn of events in the story. In fact, it's so big of a turn of events that this basically changed Ruby. Ruby went from a one-dimensional, haha, I'm an idol girl, to vengeful, murderous, angry girl, and she is terrifying. Yeah, she's terrifying, and I really like the detail, and that is her eyes became 2 black stars. When Aqua was on a revenge quest, his eye had a black star. And the show also introduces some supernatural characters. This girl who is clairvoyant or something. It seems like a dumb plot device, but as far as I know, it's not that dumb yet. I guess my half complaint would be, why didn't Ruby and Aqua talk to each other? Like, seriously, throughout the entire Oshinoko Season 2, I don't think Ruby and Aqua had more than 2 conversations, or maybe just 1 conversation. But the thing is, they're both looking for the same thing. And they're both looking for the person who led to the murder of their mom, Hoshino Ai. But yet, they can't just, talk to each other about it and tell each other what information they have. The even more ironic thing is, Ruby still doesn't know that Aqua is the doctor in the past life. And Aqua didn't know that Ruby is the cancer girl in the past life. So they already knew each other in their past lives, yet for 16 years, they just never talked to each other about it, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. But one good thing about characters not talking to each other is that it creates tension. It creates tension in a way that the audience would go, oh my god, they're both connected, yet they don't know. Oh my god. And you know what? This is a good plot device. But it's just funny how much communication would just solve so much. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna end it off at here. I think Oshinoko Season 2 is way better than Season 1. It's not perfect by any means, and there's still so many moments in the first 9 episodes of Oshinoko Season 2 where I'm just like, yeah, this whole entertainment industry thing is fun, but it's nowhere near as interesting as the murder mystery stuff. And I'm only slightly interested in this because I'm also kind of into the entertainment industry, but otherwise, it's okay. It's pretty good, and I'm feeling a light 8 out of 10. So, have you watched Oshinoko Season 2? Comments below, let me know. Subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching.